Dubai is known for its over-the-top luxury lifestyle and modern architecture in the middle of the desert. In just over 2 decades, the city has transformed from a desert backwater port to a thriving metropolis with the third most skyscrapers in the world. Let's take a look at Dubai transformation from desert to skyscrapers in 50 years. Number 9. What Dubai looked like before its boom. Dubai is a desert phenomenon. In the space of 50 years, it has grown from a small trading outpost into one of the planet's most iconic cities. Epic skyscrapers like the Burj Khalifa and wildly ambitious developments such as the Palm stand as testament to a city enthralled to the new, the fast-paced, and the seemingly impossible. With a long Bedouin history and an allure that pulls in newcomers from all over the globe, there is nowhere else quite like it. Dubai joins with its neighboring Emirates to form the UAE in December 1971. At the time, no one could have foreseen its development. However, the oil found beneath the region meant that unimaginable riches were set to turn what had for centuries been a quiet corner of the Arab world, with a population of just 86,000, into something altogether more modern, a science fiction take on what a city could be, with almost 3 million residents. To get to the heart of how Dubai emerged from the desert to become a global powerhouse, though, it pays to leave the towering buildings and sandy beaches behind, because its modern history begins not with glass and steel, but with the humble wooden dhow. Number 8. Once the scene of an Arabian market, now a city of the future. If you saw this image out of context, there is no way that you'd think it was of Dubai. What is now the most populous city in the United Arab Emirates now resembles a completely different world from this Middle Eastern marketplace. Now, Dubai is one of the cities of the future. It's a smart city with innovative technology and industrial advancements. The sophisticated skyline would make anyone feel like they've landed into a totally futuristic city that looks nothing like the Dubai of the 1960s. Not a skyscraper in sight. Dubai is now known for its skyscrapers, but this photo shows that the skyscrapers are a fairly new thing. There was a time not so long ago where there was not a single skyscraper appearing in Dubai. Number 7. A city of luxurious resorts. Being an extremely popular tourist destination, Dubai is a city of luxurious resorts. Of course, some are more famous than others, but the city is full of lavish places to base yourself while you explore the famous city. In the 1960s, Dubai was far from a tourist destination. The buildings were once so simple. It's not just the skyscrapers that have changed in Dubai. The basic architecture has changed on the rest of the buildings too. 50 years ago, the buildings were much simpler in design and incredibly basic. Now they have all the bells and whistles of a futuristic city. Number 6. One of the world's smartest cities. Dubai is on a mission to become the world's smartest city by the year 2021. That's not far away at all. Judging from the advanced architecture, industrialization, and technology that's evident in the city, we think they'll achieve their dream. Desert as far as the eye could see. Visitors to Dubai now feel like they're in an oasis that's reminiscent of paradise. It's easy to forget that the landscape around Dubai is mostly desert. This photo shows what the desert looked like before it was developed and turned into an urban city center. Skyscrapers in the desert. This photo gives us a much closer look at the skyscrapers that have now come to dominate the Dubai skyline. Number 5. Now the traveler's playground. Once a desert destination, Dubai is now known as a playground for travelers. There are endless things to do in this wondrous city. It's no wonder that tourists travel from all over the planet to see it. That's definitely a far cry from the Dubai of the 1960s. An emerging industrial power. This image shows Dubai in the 1960s and the way it was beginning to emerge as an industrial power on a global scale. When you travel to Dubai now, it definitely doesn't feel like an industrial kind of city. It's been heavily developed to accommodate tourists seeking luxury instead. Number 4, 1960s or much earlier. It's really hard to believe that this photo was taken in the 1960s. Judging from the architecture of the building and the clothing of the locals, in comparison with what we now know about Dubai, this photo looks like it was taken much earlier than the 1960s. Number 3, a lavish destination for influencers. Thanks to the luxurious hotels and resorts, the stunning pools, the shopping facilities, the theme parks, and everything else on offer in Dubai, it has become a hot spot for influencers. Photos taken in the Dubai of today seem like they've been taken in a magical world that's too good to be true. Number 2, innovation and tenacity. Dubai's transformation is rooted in its trading mentality. Indeed, innovation is everywhere you look in Dubai. Take the Burj Khalifa. At 828 meters, it has been the world's tallest building since its completion in 2008. It is the most notable building in the skyline that has shot up since the start of the 21st century, and now rivals those of New York and Singapore in both ambition and scale. Architectural experts may debate the seriousness of Dubai's architecture, but it's impossible to deny its impressiveness, as well as the Khalifa, the Twin Emirates Tower, and the Big Ben look-alike Al Yaqub. The whole skyline of downtown just stands there and says, "We're here." Throw in the artificial Palm Islands, which have become a byword for luxury vacations, and the push to change, to innovate and try new things is undeniable. Ramesh Shukla has witnessed all of this crazy change firsthand. A photographer, Shukla arrived in Dubai from Mumbai in 1965 with less than $1 in his pocket. Number 1, breaking world records. Go beyond Dubai's glitz to find the spirit that drives this city. This love of the big and the bold is illustrated perfectly back at the creek, where the traditions of the past are being put to work in service of the city's obsession with breaking world records. Danny Hickson, an official adjudicator from Guinness World Records, has come to the port to assess yet another world record attempt being made in the Emirates, this time for the world's largest dhow. No matter that it's a record that no one else seems to worry about trying to achieve, this urge to be number 1 in all parts of Dubai's quest to be the city of superlatives, the biggest, the fastest, the tallest, the newest. We have about 423 records held in the UAE in total. 60% of that is Dubai. It's a huge number, explains Hickson, after confirming that the dhow, all 91.47 meters of it, is in fact the new world record holder. Longer than an American football field, the Dowd, called Obaid, is just the latest in a long line of Dubai record breakers. Just this week alone, we verified 3 records, said Hickson. It's a place that just loves breaking records, as well as the hulking Obaid. There's Dubai Mall, at 12 million square feet, the largest indoor shopping mall in the world. And in the shadow of the Burj Khalifa, itself a record breaker, there's Dubai's Fountain, the largest choreographed fountain system in the world, spreading across the 30-acre man-made Burj Khalifa lake. The red line of the Dubai Metro is the longest single driverless train line on the planet at 52.14 kilometers, 32.4 miles. It shows that records can be practical as well as being a bit of fun. Do let us know in the comments if you have visited Dubai or not. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thanks for watching.